Hi everyone. So I just wanted to talk about my book. It's my first book. It's called Hop's Spectacular Adventure, and it's a story of a frog that gets into a number of misadventures when he's out looking for lunch. This book is generally written for kids, but I wouldn't discourage any adults from reading it. There is a longer version at the back that has the full story. I think I wanted to talk about some of the things you can take away from this book and what you can learn from Hop. Because he's an unlikely hero. He isn't. He doesn't have any special abilities. He's just a frog, and he's out looking for lunch. And the first thing that happens is that he gets kidnapped, and he gets taken away to a different place. And there he's put into a tub with a lot of other frogs like him. So the first lesson here, or at least the first takeaway that you can get here, is the very first idea Hop has is to talk to the other frogs around him. They might all be in the same place, but the other frogs have been there longer. So his first idea is to speak to them and to find out what they know. And I think the takeaway there is, or what you should learn from that, is that whenever you're put into an unfamiliar environment, look around you and maybe talk to the people who are there. You might not learn anything at all, or you might learn something very useful. I think talking to the people around you is a very important skill for anyone at any point of time, adults, kids, whoever it is. But especially for kids, because they enter a lot of these situations. So you have a classroom and the kids are mingling. Sometimes your sections get mixed. Sometimes you go to a different school. It is important that you talk to other people and find out where you are, what's going on around you, and is there anything that you can do about it. Getting information by talking is the simplest way to do it, and a lot of people miss out on this skill sometimes. And I think that's what one of the things one of the things that you should take away from Hop being in that situation. The second point that I'd like to talk about was that when he was in that situation, the other frogs around him started giving up. So they were fainting, they were passing out because of what happened to them, because of the situation that they were in. One by one, all his frogs around him were fainting, and he knew that he would be next. Instead of panicking or giving up, he persists and he tries really hard to jump out. When he can't find a way, he jumps on one of the other frogs and then uses that as a ramp to jump out of there. His persistence, his will to not give up, is what gets him out of the situation. And it's what lets him survive that. While all the other frogs were sleeping or content to let go, Hop was not. He tried, and that resulted in something. It might not have happened like that. He might not have done. He might not have gotten anywhere. But in this case, he did. It doesn't hurt to try, and it doesn't hurt to not give up. As long as it's not hurting you, you should keep trying. The third the third and final takeaway that I wanted my readers to take away from this, especially the little kids, once Hop lands and once he escapes the situation, the other frogs have seen him go on an adventure. They've seen him in a situation. They've seen something that they can't believe has happened, and the first thing that they do is that they look at him as a hero. Hop's not a hero. He's just a frog. But he knows that there were stories of a frog before him who was able to jump so high that he could fly. And he let them go with that. Now, I'm not saying that you should take credit for something that you haven't done. But if you survived a difficult situation, even if you were the only one who knew, if you got into trouble and you managed to get out of it, and you were the only one who knew how difficult it was, maybe it's best not to reveal that, because it creates it makes you it creates an image of you that your peers look at in a good way. And he was able to use that, and he became the hero of the village afterwards. I think I think the story is essentially based around these three misadventures, and It proceeds naturally from there. For the rest of the details, you're going to have to read. You're going to have to find out how the story plays out. I wish I could tell you more, but I'd rather let you read it because honestly, the artwork done by Neha is brilliant, and you should definitely check it out. Yeah, so go to Amazon, check it out, and if you like it, please leave a review. I would really appreciate that.